I'm Hannah Wallace and welcome to Finextra TV. We're here at Money 2020 Europe, and joining me now in the press lounge is Haresh Hemrajani, Head of Europe for FSS Technology. Hello Haresh, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Hannah.
Now the first thing I want to talk to you about is some of the demands we're seeing on European banks as they struggle to automate their legacy systems. So let's start there. What challenges are you seeing?
The challenges have been the same: complex application landscape and proprietary use of the stack, primarily from hardware and software, have kind of triggered transformational risks. And so the key kind of struggle that I see is how do you manage to control the execution of the transformation journey. And while banks, we've seen Tier 1 banks adopt agile methodologies, and I believe there will be a need to work with more innovative technology partners like ourselves to essentially implement some sort of a controlled incremental modernization.
All right, and could you introduce 3D Secure for our audience, please, and what it means for financial institutions?
Yeah, so as part of the new Payment System Directive 2, the EU have initiated a requirement for 3D Secure, which will go live in 14th of September 2019. Essentially, it improves on the strong customer authentication requirements. And what this brings up is essentially a key objective for banks and financial institutions to increase acceptance rates and also reduce friction. Banks and FIs will need to kind of leverage data from the transactions to create models and essentially reduce the exceptions. We see that this brings opportunities for financial institutions and banks to essentially control and the data and also improve transparency of the data.
Well, picking up on that theme, frictionless,
Yeah.
We're seeing a real sort of rise in demand for frictionless payments experience. But like you say, it brings opportunities, but what are they, and also what are some of the challenges with that?
Yeah, as we embark in the next world of kind of connected devices, there is a definite requirement for frictionless payments. From a kind of opportunities perspective, banks and FIs can essentially improve on customer experience. Like I said, increase also their whole acceptance, and introduce, let's say, improve on customer engagement and also customer experience. What we see as a risk is there's a reliance on data. So as part of security aspect, there is also a kind of a responsibility on controlling and the transparency of the data, as I mentioned, and the reliance on data has other kind of attributes that the banks and FIs will need to control on.
All right, and coming to the reconciliation process, which has sort of traditionally been quite challenging for issuers and acquirers, what technology is there for them to meet those challenges?
Yeah, so as the future of payments is going to be frictionless, open and instant. All this brings up a kind of a need for improved reconciliation to control the whole cost for doing the business. We see some new cutting edge technologies coming up, like blockchain, machine learning, robotic process automation, which we see as coming up including in our solutions that we are introducing to further kind of improve on handling these real-time requirements. There's also a need for new methodologies for offering these services through either a utility-based reconciliation or an opportunity to provide managed reconciliation services.
Yeah, and it's also a big topic of discussion at Money 2020.
Yes, we've been very, it's been an exciting event, and we're really looking forward for another great day today.
Awesome, well I'll let you get back out there, Haresh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you for the opportunity.
And thank you for watching.